I'm a Reiki master, teacher, and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. We are going to be working on removing any love blockages, just putting some protection on you, protecting you against, and so that you are able to bring the love that you want in your life from others as well as self-love. Because y'all know I'm always trying to throw self-love in there. Y'all looking for something outside of you when you could have everything you need on the inside, and that would actually attract people to you, but whatever. And some protection on you so that you got to think about it when it comes to this kind of manifesting stuff. Sometimes people are wanting to pull you over to where they're at because they're using energy in a kind of way that I don't always think is so ethical. So putting a protection over you so that only your person finds you and that these other people do not waste your time, as well as protecting your love, protecting y'all's life and all that stuff. So if you're new to the community, babies, welcome. This is your nightly self-care routine, a place where you relax, take care of yourself, you just be here in this space. And so if you're new to the community, welcome, babies. You are now one of my babies. You get one kiss on the forehead. And if you're a returning baby, multiple kisses. Mama loves you. Okay, so we start our session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer, it's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay, man, that's you. Cool. Okay, ready? Dear universe and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay. So just okay. So, first things first, I'm just gonna do some light cleansing. Why do we want to do some light cleansing? Because let's just create the environment or the atmosphere of just inhale, exhale, go. Okay. Just a little bit of smoke here. Okay. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You are going to be loved. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to have all that you need and receive all that you need to receive. You deserve to have that love. You deserve to have that love. You deserve to have that love. So, this is rose. We've used this one before, but this is some nice rose because we're changing the feeling. We're lightening that up, and we're taking our time as well with it. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Okay. Good job. So, okay, now I'm going to go in and start to just pull out anything taking up too much space, anything that is being blocked, anything Just move that. And relearning the same old toxic patterns just over and over and over and over and over again, okay? You don't have to learn them till you're blue in the face. We're gonna let them go so that you can check off all of your boxes and the person that you're truly looking for. But let's just take some moments to work on the self a little bit too, okay? Because it's the most that's the most important part. When you vibrate from a level of 100% self-acceptance, self-love, self-gratitude, you will then attract the person that you need. It is not the opposite. Oh, please, please, please bring this person to me. It's, oh, I love this life. I'm so grateful for this life. I'm so grateful for this moment. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to share it with others along the way. And I'm only going to let that important person into my space. Everyone else can go. So that's what we're placing into this session. Now, I will say this as well. We're just going to do some protection. Yeah. Where my stick go? We're going to do some protection for you because sometimes people will try to manifest you in their life because they want you, but they're not best for you. Maybe you're best for them, but they're not best for you. So what we're going to do here is we don't want anybody to waste your time. There are some people who just naturally, it's actually pretty amazing, they're just naturally connected energetically, and they're able to pull, especially when someone's obsessed, they're able to pull and bring you into their life. But we want to protect you from being pulled into that, because energy and attraction and things like that, it doesn't have, it's not positive or negative, it's just a function, it just happens. So people who are not so great for you can try to pull you back into their lives, and people who are excellent for you that maybe aren't pulling so much, there might still be a distance. So what we want to do is just allow the universe to do its work. We don't got to go out of our way and start to manipulate things. Just let the universe do its work. And so let you be protected from anyone trying to be an energy vampire or trying to take up space and time in your life. Let that be disconnected. Let that be disconnected. Let that be disconnected, okay? Now inhale. Exhale. So I'm just going to work on past pain that has to do with love. Sending it somewhere else. Past experiences. Just sending it somewhere else. Past drama and trauma surrounding love. And I heard a really interesting quote. I mentioned it a couple months ago, where when you first meet somebody and you have that feeling of butterflies, oh, I know this person, is because you've already dealt with that before. Not like, are you, romantically attracted to that person, or you like the way that they, show up in your life, but because if they remind you of the feelings that you felt at the beginning of the relationships that did not work, the exact same feelings, it's typically going to go in a certain direction. Because when somebody is really there to stay, it'll be a new feeling, and the feeling won't be as high and low. The feeling will be pure and stable. No more of that. Because sometimes in relationships, we get all this up here, and then we get all this down here, and then we get all this up here, and so we get addicted to that. Instead of questioning, is this the time to get all this, let's just fill ourselves out. deserve. No, y'all don't want to have those dynamics. The person will show up with a very pure and consistent energy for you. So bringing that into your life, 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 and just okay, good job. Okay, take a deep breath in. Exhale. Another deep breath in. Exhale. Final breath. Exhale. Let's just balance that. Let's just balance that. Let's just balance that. Balance it out. Balance it out, okay? And, okay, be at peace. So just working through all of that. Working through all of that. So, just letting go of any now. We're going to start working with the mental and emotional stuff. Removing any mental or emotional blockages that make you feel like it's not going to work. Let's just take that out, take that out, take that out, take that out. Take that out, take that out, take that out. Take that out, take that out, take that out. Take that out, take that out, take that out. Take that out, take that out, take that out. Take that out. Just remove it. Just remove it. Just remove it. Just remove it and take it out. Take that out. Take that out. Just send it somewhere else. Believe that you deserve to have peace in your romantic life. And just understand that if you are missing peace in your romantic life, it is typically because there's something that might be a little bit in the other interpersonal relationships that you have in your life. Family, friends, or even how you show up. Like, for example, the dynamics that you have in your family that maybe even extend over to your friendship circles may not work in relationships. Why? Because those dynamics you have within your family, that's y'all's unique dynamics. Don't assume that everybody is experiencing that. And those dynamics you have in your friendship circle is what you all consent to. Don't think that everybody else out here in the world is living like that too. So if you find somebody that you really feel like could hold value and you hold value in their life, but it's just different, don't see that as negative. See it as, now it's time for me to evolve and change. These other two things are going to change, friends and family, but I think it's for my best good. I want to evolve in the way that I approach things. So you will be able to find what is right for you. You will be able to find what is right for you and what you need. Just work through that. And I'm just taking anything left. Now, I need you to, if you get anything from what I'm saying today, get this. It starts with loving yourself. yourself and to enjoy life. And because you love yourself and you love this life that you're living, you go out and you experience it with others, and that's how you meet people. If you want to meet them online, if you want to meet them in places that are going out or hobbies or whatever, among your friends, the key is you have to be happy, because people are attracted to happy people, not fake happy, because that's kind of annoying, where it's like, chill out, but genuinely just happy with your life. And the way that you demonstrate that looks different to everybody. Some people is, some people it's more reserved, but just genuinely being happy and peaceful, that's how you get the love that you want, because you're already giving it to yourself. So you can bring someone who comes in and you all can compliment each other. It's that simple. Well, babies, I hope you enjoyed the session today, and I hope that it helped you in both attracting love, balancing love, developing your self-love, and protecting you against people who waste your time. So, don't forget that we have the giveaway going on in the Patreon community, and you're going to be answering the question, why are you ready to be a healer? And so the patrons can answer that question, and they win a spot in the 2023 Fall Reiki Master Teacher Apprenticeship Cohort. I'm so excited. And of course, the Patreon community is $3.33 a month, and we do a lot of fun things. Like now we're doing the Rebirth Healing Cleanse. I had herb pairings with that, and we've been meeting every weekend just to show up and to kind of check in, and so a lot of great stuff happens over there. So if you'd like to enter the win, you would go over to the Patreon community. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher and Intuitive, and today we have a special session. It is all about removing stress and anxiety. So for all the overthinkers, let's calm the mind. Maybe you have some good ideas that pop up, but let's just relax, okay? So if you're new to the community, welcome, babies. This is your nightly, daily, or whenever you come here to do whatever it is that you do when you're in this space, self-care routine. And since you're new to the community, you're now one of my babies, so you get one kiss on the forenoggin. And for all my returning babies, multiple kisses. Mama loves you. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Do I have your permission to say a prayer? It is not a religious prayer, and because consent matters, do I have your permission? Okay, you ready? I need to let you lead this. I've said over 1,000 prayers. Next time, you're gonna lead it, okay? Dear universe, and all for the highest vibration of good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. that is mostly your mindset. So you learn stuff from the past, and what you believe and what you know you can do is where you go in the future. But you want to stay balanced here. So just relax the mind, okay? And just be open to a softness about your mind. Be sweet to yourself. Things don't have to be like dire circumstances. Things don't have to be extreme, okay? So just let it go. You can only control the things within your power, so you need to get very clear on where you want to go and only focusing on the things you can control. For example, okay, if you say you're worried about money, you want more money. If you have an hourly job and you can get hours, then if that's within your control, you go get hours. If your job is a little bit different, then you have to be more flexible with that. But say it's something else, say it's a different thing. Maybe it has to do with love. You want to find the right person for yourself. Okay, you cannot control making this person show up. I don't care how many spells or petitions you do. Now, don't get me wrong. You can put that out there and people will show up. You better have excellent discernment or people will be wasting your time. That's why I'm saying, like, when you start meddling with the universe, be prepared for what shows up, baby, because it's gonna show up anyway. Like I was saying, you cannot control or force someone to love you. You know, you can't make someone love you, but you are 100% in control of how you love yourself, how you treat yourself, how you show up for yourself, how you care for yourself. And in that way that you are treating yourself, you are demonstrating to every person around you how to treat you. That's how you pull in a soulmate. That's how you attract love, not the other way. This way, okay? 100% of the things you can control. Wow, loving myself more, having more self-care for myself, that'll attract me to my true love. Well, yes, if that's what you believe, if that's what you genuinely want. You know, we're assuming everybody wants a true love. You may just want some friends, I don't know. But it's the same thing. How you treat yourself is reflected in the people around you too. Okay? Focus on what you can focus on, because when you don't focus on what you can control, then you start to give your mind more opportunity for anxiety, because it's just essentially uncertainty. And there's just things that you cannot control. That's normal life. But sometimes we can be kind of pushed in directions to think we can control these things. Like people who like, oh yeah, you know, you can predict the stock market and da 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 da. And it's like, I mean, the stock market works because a lot of people lose often. And other people kind of take advantage of that. But I guess, you know, how do I say it in not such a negative way? If you were to invest in a company, okay, because you think it's good technology, maybe it's at the beginning, so you ride out the storm, whether it's up or down, you're like, this is good proprietary technology. Eventually you'll get a return on that, but there was a lot of uncertainty. You couldn't control any of those things unless you work there. I mean, I'm sure you can complain or something like that depending on how many shares you own, but it's uncertainty. You have to know that when you make a decision on purchasing that, you know, share from that stock, that it's the right thing to do. You feel like, okay, I believe in this technology, I believe in this. Not just all your friends are trading options, so now you want to jump in there, you want to make fast money. Like, that is why, you know, anxiety can take over somebody in that kind of situation. I don't know if you're trading stocks. I was clear with yourself of saying, hey, I may not have all the answers now. I may be confused or maybe wherever this is, but I will not give up on finding the solution. I will not give up on finding perspective. I will not give up on getting a second opinion, because sometimes, the fear of like, oh, I don't know what I don't know will make people not be proactive in their health. And sometimes the things that we worry about the most in health are completely preventable. And it's regularly checking up on ourselves and regularly checking in with ourselves can prevent long-term issues. But sometimes people are too nervous, like, I don't want to, go to the doctor and something be wrong. That's the point. Because when you don't check in with yourself, that one thing that, could have been wrong, you could have saw before, and you're just like, you got to deal with it. Now it becomes a bigger issue that messes up your whole system. So don't be afraid. You got to get uncomfortable sometimes in order to go forward. Be uncomfortable. Be like, I'm going to push myself to a new level. This will help the mind take action. Take action. I feel like this has turned into more of like a pep talk. If you're feeling anxious, do not give up. If you're feeling like, keep on showing up. Keep on trusting yourself. Make it work, okay? I want to tell you this. There's nothing different between you and maybe someone who has a life that you're like, well, I really like that life. There's no difference. Typically, if they're somewhere that you want to be, it's because they did not give up when things got tough. Doesn't mean they handled everything best. Doesn't mean that they smiled and they skipped the whole way there. They could have been equally as stressed out as you, if not more. Maybe you handle things better. But the moment you give up is the moment that you let go of all of that traction you've created, all of that momentum. Do not stop. Don't let your anxiety do that. Put your anxiety to work. Tell yourself, come up with some good ideas. Don't come up with no ideas that waste my time. If the ideas are just there to make me be afraid, it's a no. Come up with some good ideas, brain. Says you want to think all the time. And I'm saying this from a place of love and peace and balance. I'm someone who has struggled with anxiety for a long time. And I think what helped me to manage it and to get it under control was first, the same thing I've been saying to you all. I changed my environment. So the environment could no longer be a trigger. And then I started to change my habits and my mindsets, my beliefs, and all of these things so that I could learn how to react in a different way, how I could interpret information in a different way. Because, being in a new environment doesn't mean you don't interpret things in the same way. And then finally, the last thing I did was I put together a system. So whenever I'm feeling anxious, what do I do to feel better in that moment? Also, what do I do on a routine basis to help with anxiety? So for me personally, I take movement. That means I go to the gym or I take a walk. Doing those things, I do it 2 times a day. Doing those things just makes me feel good, does. And if I feel any anxiety, I will go and take a 20-minute walk. Low impact. And I always feel better and I always come up with really good ideas. So I'm just saying, another session. And also want to give you all a final opportunity to join the pre-week if you would like to experience what a week in my year-long energy healing apprenticeship Reiki Master Teacher cohort would feel like. So you can join it at thempcommunity.com. And once those doors are closed, they're closed, baby. Okay, so let's get back into it, okay? So let's begin to go in to the prayer. May I touch you? Okay. Okay, let's go. Dear universe and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with each other, okay? I say all of that in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. You can say Ashe, you can say Ki, you can say Chi, you can say whatever is your word for life force energy. You can also just say life force energy. It is up to you. So let's just go into this session. Okay. So having negative thoughts, or maybe thoughts that aren't so productive, I call them not productive thoughts when they're just negative thoughts. It's normal. It's a normal thing to have. So let's just work on pulling them out, sending them somewhere else, pulling them out, and sending them somewhere else. Okay, so just a thought that makes you feel like somehow it's not gonna work out, or doesn't matter what you do, it's not gonna, whatever that is, just send it somewhere else. Or that thought that makes you feel like, are you gonna really be seen? Or that thought that makes you feel like, are you doing the right thing? You ever ask yourself, am I doing the right thing right now? Just go ahead and remove that. Why are we removing these things? Because we want to use our thoughts for good. It is pointless if we're using our thoughts to make life harder. We want to work smarter, not harder. So we want these thoughts that bring us sweetness, that bring us compassion, that bring us balance, that give us everything that we need to feel whole and good on the inside and the outside. So just now, if you fully surrender to this process, to life, to the unknown, to whatever your understanding of the divine, whether you do have understanding, you don't, I don't care. That's your business. When you do this, you will shed those layers that no longer work. Shed those layers that create that environment of the negative thoughts. But the tough thing about that is sometimes those layers involve people. Sometimes those layers involve environments. You gotta be put in a whole new environment. Sometimes those layers require different feelings, so your personality shifts. You have to hold yourself accountable in a new way. So, as you're doing this, what I want you to say is this. When you have negative thoughts or anything like that, you're trying to navigate something, just say this. I take full responsibility for where I'm at in life. That means I can go wherever I choose to go. I take full responsibility for where I am trust ourselves. And this is just one way to get us uncomfortable enough to be like, let's go over there, let's go there, let's go do this, let's go do that. So just removing that. Now, I say it all the time. It is completely okay. It's completely okay to have feelings that are sometimes negative, sad, happy, joyful. Feelings and thoughts are fine. I think it would be strange if you only had happy feelings all the time. I don't know if that's it, just like we feel like it would be strange if we had only sad feelings all the time. There has to be a balance. Why? Because balance gives us perspective. You don't want to smile through a situation that you need to be figuring out how to leave. Just the same way that you don't want to feel sad during a time where you could be celebrating. So let's find, some balance here. So let's just take the unnecessary negative thoughts, the kind of thoughts that were like, I could leave that where that's at. And I'm just going to stick with what's working for me. And as you get more and more into you, into your feeling, energy, your essence, your personality, you'll find a system that works well. Oh my gosh, I used to think life was so complicated, like when I was a teenager. Spoiler alert, that wasn't 5 years ago. Somebody said I was 17. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm about to start saying that. Anyway, yeah, when I was a teenager, I used to think things were so complicated. And they're really not that complicated. And I think the beauty of just growing is you realize that the things that freak you out that first time, things don't go your way, things are unexpected, whatever. When they happen again, you're like, well, it doesn't impact you as much. And then when they happen again, you just be like, and then it happens again, you're just like, and then it happens one more time and you're just doing whatever you want to do. You ever see somebody and you're like, how are you oblivious to this problem? So maybe that's for good and for bad. There's a balance here. I'll say that. I say that my 30s have been giving me some really interesting perspective on things, and I feel in a good position of saying that, like, I'm gonna say the 30s are the saying this to say that live your life. Live your life exactly as you want to. That'll help you with the feelings. That'll help you with the negative thoughts. Once you start to sift through thoughts that don't belong to you or that no longer apply to you in your life, it feels more grounded. You can make better decisions. You don't have to react to everything, and sometimes you can just have a feeling without needing to feel like you need to take action to anything or have a reaction with anything. So just keep going. So here, as we remove, there's always a session or a space to feel better, you know. We're not going to just sit here and wallow. We're going to feel better. We're going to actively shift, because I want you to be, and all of my babies to be, very impactful. And funny thing, I had people within this community, y'all call me like you know, Mama J, Mama Jet, Mama, you know, stuff like that. But it's funny when outside of these spaces, people call me Mom. These are not young people calling me Mom. I'm like, wow, I guess I do have really, you know, motherly energy. I think it's because my self-noticing cancer, that's probably what it is. Well, babies, I hope you had a fantabulous time today, and I hope you're feeling better. Remember, your thoughts are temporary, okay? So don't make long-term decisions based off of temporary thoughts. But also work through the mind balance. It's okay to have thoughts. It's okay to have feelings, you know. Don't over Reiki Master Teacher and Intuitive. And today we have a special healing session. It is all about removing sadness and bringing sweetness. Okay, baby, so I tell you every time, be sweet to yourself. Maybe y'all think I'm just saying, like, you know, oh, treat yourself nice. No, like, the opposite of sadness is sweetness. So, if you feel yourself leaning one way, bring yourself back in balance to lean the other way. I am not saying, you know, you're going to stay in a perpetual state of happiness at all times. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying you shouldn't be disproportionately pulled to the other side of sadness all the time. We want to get you right in the middle, okay? So if you're new to the community, babies, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your nightly, daily, or whenever you come here, self-care routine, self-care place. So you come, you be here, you enjoy life, and just enjoy this uninterrupted space of peace and relaxation. So since you're new to the community, you are now one of my babies, so you get one kiss on the forenoggin. And for all of my returning babies, you get multiple kisses. Mama loves you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start our session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer. It's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay, may I hold your hand? Okay, sounds good. You ready? Dear universe and all for the highest vibration of good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. And again, you can say Ashe. From the Yoruba, you can say Ki or Chi. From traditional Chinese medicine, you can say life force, energy, whatever interpretation or understanding of life force energy that's on you. I tell you all the time, I don't care what you choose. So, I just want to give you this final reminder. Join the pre-week if you would like to experience the apprenticeship. Once it's closed, it's closed. Don't be trying to come and sneak in there after that, okay? The pre-week is free, so you really don't have anything to lose to enjoy it. strong with. Maybe some things that aren't so serious in a strong way as well. I feel like the wind is growling. Jesus. I mean, it's saying amen. It's giving a ditto. That's the feeling that's coming through. Like, you better say that. Don't worry, I will. Anyways, just working through this and just let it go. Okay, let it go. And when I say it's a choice, I'm not saying that, I'm not diminishing how intense the feelings are. I'm saying don't look at things as just happening to you. Look at yourself as being able to influence yourself and move yourself. And also, sometimes it's not even a negative thing. For example, your heart might be somewhere else, and in the environment you're at, everybody else's heart is over here. So it's not even a negative or a bad thing. It's just you all feel differently, and you have to trust your art. You have to go where it flows with you and fills you up and gives you energy, and all of that stuff. Again, I just want to remind you, it doesn't have to, just because sometimes people feel like it has to be some big negative thing because they want to go, but no, it doesn't have to be a negative thing. It can just be something in your heart, and the sadness might be like feeling like, why I gotta stay here, versus, you know what, just forget it, just go, just do what you gotta do within reason. But do what you gotta do, and be sweet to yourself. Be like, hey, I did the best I could, I'm doing the best I can, and I'm gonna rock with me. Whatever happens, I'm gonna rock with me. Rain or shine, I'm gonna rock with me. So just trust yourself enough that through everything you're feeling, you will find hope, you will find understanding, you will find balance. Side note, somebody reached out to me and they were like, I didn't realize how clever our community name was. They're like, Reiki Healing Hope. They thought my name was Hope, and I was like, what a great idea. In that moment, I wish my name was Hope, because wouldn't that have been cool this whole time? Reiki Healing Hope. Hi, my name is Hope. Reiki Healing Hope. No, my name is Jet Lachey. Or Jessica. So no, but I thought that was cool. But anyway, back to rocking with it. We just gonna rock with it. We just gonna do our own thing, We just gonna find balance. We're just gonna be okay. Be okay with the journey. I was gonna say the progress, but I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna be okay with the journey. Let the journey look. Let the journey look however it's gonna look. Be sweet to yourself. There's so many things that we can address at one time, okay? So it's not, I'm not saying that all your problems are instantly going to be solved, but what I am saying is that you can be objective about the action items or the action steps that you need to take to getting to a better place when you find that your energy is nice and balanced. And so everyone has to come up with their own way of doing that. For me, I like to take movement. I like channeling as well, and meditation. The older I get though, I really like movement. Like going for a walk is one of the most therapeutic things for me. It lets my mind wander and get everything out. It takes that energy or anxiety or feelings and just puts it into what I'm doing, and then I always get good ideas. I don't know why. Like, I think sometimes when people are overthinkers, because I know I'm an overthinker, when they don't have enough mental stimulation, they start over worrying. And I don't know, like when you give your mind something to do that isn't enabling, that's pretty constructive, then you can actually come up with good ideas, perhaps. I don't know, that's my experience. Well, babies, I hope you have enjoyed our session. Oh, my bad. I hope you have enjoyed our session, and I hope you feel better, because in our sessions, yes, we work through sadness, but the point is for you to feel better. And if you love blockages, so we're going to work through some energy that has to deal with that today. So if you're new to the community, welcome, babies. You're now one of my babies. And this is now your nightly self-care routine. So because you're now one of my babies, you get one kiss on the noggin. And if you're returning babies, you get multiple kisses. Mama loves you, okay? Well, let's get started. We start our session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and to bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer messages to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay. So, first things first, I'm just going to put a little bit of just protection over you. Because when the brighter you shine, the greater shadow you're going to cast. And so, sometimes that can make you a target of jealousy, or just, I think what happens is people want attention. They don't know how to get balanced attention all the time, and so sometimes it can come off in very weird jealousy kind of ways, or from the individual, from if you feel like, or if I felt like it was some type of jealousy energy towards someone or something that's also an expression of certain feelings and such. I'm like, yes, I just described jealousy when I could have just said jealousy. Anyway, it's just a person trying to not respect boundaries and kind of force their way in there, but then not treat the inside with, tender love and care, like just being sweet and stuff like that. So let's just make sure that around you, you're only surrounded by those that see your beauty and appreciate it, and see their own beauty and appreciate it. Let's make sure you are only surrounded by people who express their confidence and enjoy your confidence as well. Let's make sure that you're always surrounded by those that feed you as well as you feed them, and that the energy is balanced. And that's one of the most important things, is having balanced energy. It's not about you being the sun or you being a sidekick in someone's story. It's everyone is their own universe, and us being able to come together and to be and witness each other in our own unique universes, and working together as well to become one, but yet very different and all that stuff. That is one of the most beautiful gifts that the universe can give to us. The gift of sharing in that kind of way. So, if anyone is jealous of you, let's shift that energy so that instead of jealousy, they feel support. They feel supported by you, and all they want to do is support you. They just want to support you. Okay. Now I want to go through here, because sometimes when people take advantage of really nice people, those really nice people start to close up. And unfortunately, sometimes you might close up for one reason, but limit yourself from receiving love or receiving appreciation fully in a genuine kind of way. And so a part of this session is removing any love blockages as well. And that starts with ourselves. So if you're able, take your hands, put them across your body. You can also give yourself a nice, warm hug. Put hands across your body. Breathe in. Exhale. Feel yourself in your physical body in this moment. Feel yourself. Notice every part of you, your ankles, your toes, your wrists, your nose, whatever that is. Feel that. And feel how much you love yourself, how much you trust yourself, how much you yourself, forgive yourself, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for trusting those that maybe did not turn out to be trustworthy. Forgive yourself, forgive yourself, forgive yourself, forgive yourself, forgive yourself. Love yourself fully. That even if there's no rational reason, if sometimes you just feel down, to trust yourself, to tap in and to be with yourself, to show up for yourself, and to be in the moment with yourself, and to have love for yourself, for yourself. Okay, so bringing that energy back together here, just breathing in, exhaling, releasing, letting go. And we're going to do that again, but we're going to go a little bit slower, okay? Or a lot of bit slower. Breathing in, and we're going to do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, let it go. Breathe on your own now. So if you were able to make it all the way to 7, then cool. If you weren't, that's okay too. But if you could go even longer, that's excellent as well. So take another breath in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale, let it go. Sometimes I can inhale, or sometimes I can exhale longer than I can inhale. It's interesting, like I felt like I just inhale so quickly that it's like, oh wow, how do people have these sustained inhales? And then at the same time, I feel like I exhale so slow. I'm just and I'm like, wait a minute, how am I able to exhale so long? So I hope this is making you feel grounded. Okay. I hope that with each one of our sessions, you're reminded to love yourself more fully and more deeply. You're reminded to be with yourself in this moment. You are tapped in to what is important to you. And you feel good. You know, this whole community is about feeling good, is about checking in with ourselves, about having routine and in self-care. And it's so amazing how things vulnerable with yourself to the point where you feel brand new. You feel like, oh my gosh, what is this? Because the people around you, we can see your light, and it is shining very bright. And those of us that are confident, we just want to see you shine brighter. And those of us who are not confident, that's where that jealousy comes in. But even if you have encountered people with that kind of dynamic, it's still okay when you're ready, and only when you're ready, to be open to love, to be open to restoring what was distorted, and checking in with ourselves to make sure that we're okay. So you take as many breaks as you need to take, and you can change your mind and your approach as many times as you like to. So just breathe through that. Well, family, I hope you enjoyed our Overcoming Fear. And if you're new to the community, welcome, babies. This is your nightly self-care routine, daily self-care, whenever you come here and hang out. So if you're new to the community, you get one kiss on the forehead. And if you're a returning baby, you get multiple kisses. Okay, mama loves you. So let's get started. We start our session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer, it's just a prayer to root us in an individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. May I hold your hand? Okay, let's begin. Dear universe and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay. So let's just start by slowly taking out any stress. 2 weeks ago, I made a video about the secret to happiness being getting rid of that stress. And it's really amazing when we think about stress, because we might be taking all these medications, or we might be trying all of these ways to feel better, feel more healthy, feel more vibrant in life. But sometimes just doing something you love or surrounding yourself by loved ones can create a chemical reaction within your brain and your body that can help with your immune system and with healing. So hopefully this session will help you to relax so that you can reduce that stress. And so I paid attention to what you all have been saying for those who will be going into a Saturn return in Pisces in March. I'm going to put something together for you all to help you during this time, okay? So give me some time, let me put it together, baby. And for all of you all who just had a Saturn return in Aquarius, congratulations, you've made it through. So every planet has its Relax your energy. Relax. Relax. Relax your energy. Okay. Now let's go through some layers to remove and release any type of fear, worry, anxiety. Just slowly and gently letting that go, removing that, and just rubbing it away. This bit, that bit, this bit, that bit, this bit, that bit, this bit, that bit, and all of this stuff. Just sending it on. I'm just going to slowly, calmly work through this. Slowly, calmly work through this. Slowly, calmly work through this. You can overcome anything happening in your life right now. You can make it work. You can make it count. You can find a way to get to a level that works for you. If it's in your heart, it can happen. If you think about it often, it should happen. If you have sweet dreams about it, make it happen. Just make it happen. Just make it happen. Just make it happen. Just make it happen. Release. 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 And relax. 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 Relax and just take each little piece, send it on somewhere else. Let it move somewhere else. Let it be somewhere else. Just tracing over your energy. Just resting into this. Finding balance into this. And moving through it. And moving through it. And balancing through it. Just working through that space and just let go. Think of something you want to let go. Just let it go. Think of something you want to leave behind and just to snuggle up for the prayer, feel free. Any other time it's hot, it's like freezing. Okay, you ready? Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. 2 more. Last breath. Okay. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibration of good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay, I'm trying to will myself to take my arms out of this blanket because it felt very good. I don't know, I had a little shawl thing. I probably should like wrap it around my arms. But I'm going to be burning some stuff, so I'm like, okay, I'm not trying to light the blanket on fire. I made this mixture last week of sage, mugwort, bay leaves, and these kind of shells in order to create a certain vibrational experience. Every time I was thinking like I wanted to say mugwort, but I kept on wanting to say mung beans. I was like, I don't think I put that in there. What did I put in there? So, why I think this is particularly nice for protecting you from jealousy and love protection and removing blockages is because it has a very just get to the point cleansing kind of effect. Okay. And you can just clear out the path. Just clear out the path. Okay. You are protected. You are protected. You are protected. You are protected. Okay. I'm just going to take some of the soot and just gently place it over you so that you take that protection with you. Okay. And if you'd like some more, we have the love program going on, and you can use the link in the description if you want to learn more about it. Just keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay. Just balance it out here. Balance it out. Balance it out. Balance. 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 Just smooth. Smooth. Smooth, 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 smooth. Smooth, smooth, smooth energy out. And just inhale. And exhale. Just release. longer serve you. And release it, release it, release it, release it, release it, release it. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. And no need to judge. Just let it be. You don't have to understand every little thing about it. Just let it go. Let it go. Release it from your energy. Tap into that new part of you, that new piece of you, the new essence of who you are and what you're becoming, and believe in yourself fully, greatly. Balance yourself. Balance yourself. Balance yourself. And just relax here. You are protected. You are loved. You have guidance all around you. You are protected. You are loved. You have guidance all around you. You are protected. You are loved. You have guidance all around you. And just removing any old things that need to go somewhere else to grow. You have all that you need. 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 Surrounding you, protecting you, feels like it could be easy to have bad luck in love or something like that, but you're in control. You have more control than you know. If you do not like the love that shows up in your life, drastically make changes. When you say no to something that's not working, no matter how much you're in a relationship or you're not in a relationship, or how complicated things are, if it's not complicated at all, when you really put your foot down and make a decision. Nightly self-care routine. So this is a place where you take care of yourself, you check in with yourself, you just be lovely towards yourself, you feel me? Okay. And so if you're new, you're one of my new babies. And you get a kiss on the forehead. And if you're returning, you're one of my returning babies. Kisses, multiple kisses. Mama loves you. We're making this whole kiss on the forehead a thing. Again, I looked it up. I didn't see it meaning something strange. But you know when you say something you're like, I don't want to repeat it too often. It just seems like a problem. A future problem. I just have a feeling it's a future problem. But I'm just kidding. But I'm not. Anyway, we start our session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer, it's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a collective and as a community. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. May I touch you? I'm gonna just place my hand like right there. Just on your shoulder, okay? Just right here. Just breathe in and out. Ready? Dear universe and all the highest good only, please allow us to connect with our highest self and be able to let go of the things that we no longer need. Allow us to connect fully and deeply into this experience. Allow all of our spiritual paths, religious paths, esoteric paths, or just light paths to align with us in the way that we need to be aligned with. Allow everything in our life to cleanse through us and all the experiences to bring us forth in our destiny. Allow there to be a healing. Allow there to be peace. And allow there to be a higher vibrational experience. I say all of this in the name of I am Ashe. It's not a new prayer. It just deviated. So once it started going somewhere else, I was like, I'm gonna just let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so we're gonna start with right there. Up there. And I'm just going to just see what's going on right there. And start to take movement to remove some of that first layer of anxiety in the aura. So this is a nice moment to just take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, release. Take a couple more breaths. Also know that we are doing rebirth cleanses within the Patreon community. So for the next 2 months, we have the energy cleanse, the soul cleanse, the microbiome cleanse, and one more cleanse that I'm working on. And so what it is we're preparing ourselves for the new year. We're preparing our body to walk into this next level, this next year, and allowing ourselves to reconnect. So we are going to be meeting every Sunday. So if you'd like to join, you can hop on over to the Patreon community. It is only $3.33 a month. And yeah, so it's really lovely. I enjoyed our first meeting in session. It was so lovely to see you there. So for the babies who were able to come, it was very nice. Okay. So just a little bit over there. And just working through that. Working through that. And moving through that. And just shifting. 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 And relax. So just removing that. From now, going into a closer layer, shifting through that, and reconnecting with yourself once again for who you are, what's important to you, how you plan on navigating life, the sweetness of life, the energy of life, giving you the gift of life, gift of life. Okay. Just being very appreciative for each moment and living in each moment, and just relaxing, healing through this experience, removing anything along the journey that's taking up too much space. Just relax, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. I'm just going to look above that. Okay. Just want to make sure everything is okay. Just relax. 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 Shift it though. Just send it on. And you can breathe normally here. You can relax here. You can be at peace here. Just work through. And just opening up new possibilities. New possibilities all around you. New experiences all around you. New moments of understanding all around you, and just bring it peace. So now let's just tap in a little bit closer to the physical body to release any anxiety that may arise. Just moving it through, just gently pulling and adjusting, 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 adjusting. Adjusting, adjusting, adjusting. And being very curious, being very creative, being very focused on this passion, focused on this life, focused on these words, bringing focus in at all times, and moving through. Moving through. Shifting through. energy. Okay. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. 2 more. Final breath. Okay. And just relax here. Just remove anything taking up too much space. 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 moment each and every day. Try to live in your time frame each and every day. Try to remember who you are and how you have so much to give, to live out each and every day. And then it's lovely to be able to experience life. So if you're experiencing any insomnia or just some discomfort, or you want to ground your energy, you can't be so active before bed and then you want to go to sleep and you wonder why I can't get to sleep. No, we're going to get you nice and balanced. So if you're new to the community, welcome babies. You are now one of my babies. So you get one kiss on the forehead. And for all of my returning babies, multiple kisses. Mama loves you. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. So we start our session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer, it's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And I just want you to hold yourself. Hold yourself to represent that there is always someone there with you. That as you walk through this life with yourself, that you never give up on yourself. And you never give up on your dreams and your goals. That your only purpose is to figure out how to enjoy this life and find things that are worthwhile living, okay? So, let's get started. Dear universe and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So I'm just going to go all over, okay? So I'm just going to start by pulling out an old memory. And we're going to keep that old memory in the past and begin to reestablish new identity for yourself. You don't have to feel like you are who you used to be. You can be you can be whatever you want to be if you choose to be that. Now, for those who are dream chasers, don't forget that we are doing the 52-week challenge on the Patreon community. So, Patreon Reiki Healing Hope. And if you would like to join that challenge, we are meeting again and we are going to be doing some strategic planning to getting our goals accomplished. I know my goal is to get as many people to the end of their goal, because a lot of times it's not that the things are hard in the goal, it's just being consistent. And this is a community and a collective that will hold us together so that we can make that happen. And it's only $3 a month, so that's the Patreon. So, as I pull the negative energy out, I want you to go to sleep, to rest. And if you would like to, you can also do some lucid dreaming, or if you just need to take a 30-minute power nap and half an hour nap, feel free to use this session to do that too. It is just a way to fill you back up and to fill your cup up, okay? So let's just balance you here. And I hope you this week as well. So just and work through that. Work through that. Every little piece. That needs to be released will be let go. Now, as we're removing this negative energy, I want you to connect in now with anything that you're nervous about, fearful, or procrastinating around. Let's work on that next. You know, I heard an interesting perspective that said most people procrastinate over things that are actually good for them, that would positively benefit. So I think that might be a little bit of analysis paralysis. So let's just clear out your energy so that you can go forward without feeling like, is this the right answer? Is that the right answer? It doesn't matter. Just make some moves and go forward. That's the only thing here that matters. Just send it on. Now, hands across your body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Couple more. Exhale, release. Let it go, let it go, let it go, okay? And just continue to move this through. And as a part of your nightly, daily, or whenever you come here, self-care routine, you can use these sessions as a reminder You have to do things your own way. You can't follow the crowd or the trend. You have to connect in deep with your soul's desire, your soul's mission. And others don't have to understand that. Only you have to understand that, okay? Only you, only you have to understand that. No one else. Only you, only you, only you, only you. Only you, only you, only you. Only you. Okay. Only you, only you, only you. Just work through that. Just work through that. That energy, that feeling, that balance in the moment. You have everything that you need, and you will receive everything, everything that is owed. Now fall asleep. Fall asleep. Rest and recharge your energy. Rest and recharge your energy. Rest, 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 and recharge your energy. How do you feel? How is your energy? Now, I want you to have a nice, restful sleep, whether that is all night or whether that is a cat nap. Whatever you are looking for right now, I want that to be sent to you and for you to receive that for your highest vibrational good, highest vibrational balance, and anything else that you need in these moments. So babies, if you're dreaming big this year and you need some extra help, you can head on over to the Patreon community because we have this 52-week challenge, as well as continue to come back every night as you are working through your self-care journey and experience, okay? Well, sweetness, if no one has said it, let me go ahead and say it. I love you, but who cares that I love you? Learn to love yourself a little